It is that time of the month once again to start preparing, hopefully, for a big CS2 update to be right around the corner. In this video today, we're going to be going over some of the possible stuff that might be coming to the CS2 update, why we believe that a big CS2 update might be coming out very soon, and what some of the community reactions would be to what may or may not be coming out in this new update, and also, of course, how it could have some impacts on the market, where the player base has been, all of that good stuff wrapped up in this video today. But of course, first, just want to mention real quick, if you are looking to sell any of your CS2 items and turn them into cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, you should definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. I'm buying pretty much anything and everything for the right price. You can see all different kinds of items here. These are all pretty much purchased in recent cash trades. Icarus fell, a knife, a couple agents. We have some gloves. We have some cases. I have patches. I have all different kinds of good stuff. And of course, by selling them, you're helping support me, my channel, my content, and giving yourself an opportunity to instantly get some money, whether you need it for IRL stuff or just to change up your portfolio or inventory or whatever. With that being said, let's get right into today's video. So the first thing I want to talk about was this from Gabe Fowler. He tweeted out this a couple of days ago on July 11th, but I still think it's relevant as we get closer and closer to the expected date for some kind of CS2 update. He said, just found out that in the May 23rd update, Counter-Strike devs added an empty slot for the next unusual item, either knife or gloves. Now, to me, this is not knife or gloves. To me, this is a spot for a new knife, but we will enlarge this so you guys can get a little bit better of a look at this. We can see here, CS2 Unusuals list of choices. We have the bayonet, the survival knife, the butterfly, the CSS, the falchion knife, the flip, gut, tactical, karambit, M9, bayo, jackknife, outdoor, cord, push, skeleton, stiletto, canis, widowmaker, ursus, kukri. Obviously, with that kukri knife being the newest item added to the game, being at the bottom of the knives list. Then we have this new string, which has been added. Apparently, this was not previously in the game. And then it gets into studded bloodhound gloves, slick gloves, hand wraps, hydra gloves, motorcycle gloves, specialist gloves, and sporty gloves. So, obviously, at the above, we have a list of all the knives in the game. Some of them being used with, code names or pseudonyms. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but, fake names for whatever, shortened names for some of this stuff. And then we have the list of the gloves that are in the game. So, to me, this thing being at the bottom shows that we're probably going to be getting a new knife added, not new gloves, because if it was new gloves, it would make sense to me that it would be at the bottom of the gloves list, not at the top of the gloves list. Again, we just recently got the kukri knife, and it is added to the bottom of this knife list. So I do believe whatever comes next into the game, whether it's going to be a case or an operation or collections or whatever, is going to have some kind of new knife in it, which I do believe is probably just going to be a case. Again, we could get an operation with a bunch of new collections, and maybe the knives will be thrown in there, whatever. I don't know, but it does seem like we're going to be getting one new unusual item or one new gold item being some kind of knife added to CS2. And, yeah, I don't know. They get into this little debate in the comments, which I thought was kind of interesting. Aquarius here, he says, not going to lie, it looks like a separator line between knives and gloves. Gabe Fowler said, why wasn't it there before? Also, why do you need to format a separator the same way? Aquarius says, hey, why wasn't it there before? I don't have an answer. Why do you need to format a separator the same way? He says he disagrees that this is formatted in the same way. This is a list, which I assume is using a drop-down menu. The list item consists of two fields, the left side, which is the key, and the right side, which is probably like localized names, but they clearly don't use them since all of them are empty. The important difference between the ones that were there before and the new one is that is empty on the left side but has dashes on the right side. Add the fact that the position of the newly added item is conveniently between knives and gloves, and all this makes sense. I believe it's just separated for convenience. I believe if it was a blanked out new item, it would be completely empty instead of having dashes in the field, which is not used on the other items. Again, he's kind of going deep into the weeds here. Gabe Fowler says, so you're saying that either hard-coded separators, option without a key to be invisible, or the separator will be a selectable option. Who knows? I don't really know what you guys have on this opinion of this debate. To me, this does look like that it's going to be a new knife out of the game. Again, especially I believe with Gabe Fowler of like, why did they not have it here before? Maybe they just randomly decided to add a separator into here, but I don't know. Since there have been, some rumor and speculation of a new knife coming to the game, I believe it could be a new knife, but hey, Aquarius could be possibly correct in just saying, hey, they added a new kind of separator to this list. I don't know, which I guess would make sense, but I don't really think that's necessary here in this lines of code. But yeah, you get down later in the comments and people are saying, hey, do you think this is a twin blade? He says, yes. He does think so. And obviously Arrow chimed in on this. He said twin blade is probably going to be the next knife in the game. It leaked already, and now the slot for a new knife has been added. He said he kind of likes it. Just depends on how Valve makes the handle look with the different knife finishes. Now, I did want to dive into this Gemsry Gregory video. I know we've looked at it a couple times previously, but here he does actually have this twin blade knife from the data files of the game showing this off in all the different color sets and stuff. Again, I don't really have a strong opinion about it. I think to me it looks like a kind of cool knife. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it fits into CS2 okay. I don't think it looks amazing. To me, whether it ends up being like a mid-tier or an upper mid-tier knife, I think it's better than obviously like the Shadow Daggers or I don't know, Ursus knife and shit like that, but I don't really think it's like an insane knife. I think it's honestly a little bit cooler than the Kukri knife. I think I'd rather have this one. And I think the Kukri knife is mid, pretty middle of the pack. But to me, the thing that could separate this knife is if it does have some kind of cool animation, whether that be a pull-out animation or an inspect animation or whatever. I think those things add nice little details to knives and it can actually make them pretty cool. But to me, this knife looks fine. It looks clean. It looks cool with a lot of the different designs and patterns. I really like the case hardened on it, actually. But yeah, Gemsbury Gregory did a really good job showing off all the different potential, patterns and stuff on these knives and showing what it could look like to give us a good idea of content that could be coming to the game very, very soon. And again, why we believe a new CS2 update could be coming very soon is this, little timeline of updates that Valve has been on recently. Ever since April, we got the On the Other Hand update on April 25th of 2024. We then got the Fire Sale update on May 23rd of 2024, followed by the Real MVP update on June 25th of 2024. Now, they've only been on this timeline for a few months now, but for the past 3 months, towards the end of every month, we have gotten at least a medium-sized significant update with a lot of new content coming to the game. And now that, it's summertime, it's not the holidays anymore, whatever, it does seem like Valve is kind of in the big swing of things, putting out a lot of content, putting out a lot of new updates. And we can see with these last 3 updates, they've come out on the 25th, the 23rd, and the 25th. They've come out on either a Tuesday or a Thursday. And this month in July, interestingly enough, the 23rd and the 25th, both coming up this week, are on a Tuesday and a Thursday. So again, I don't know what is the most likely day for this update to come out, because it's not like it's come out always on a Tuesday or always on a Thursday or whatever. There's some have been on Tuesdays, some have been on Thursdays, some have been the 23rd, some have been the 25th. But yeah, those days in July are coming up this week, which is why we believe a new update could be coming out very soon. Even if a new update does come out this week, doesn't guarantee us that a new case or a new knife or whatever is dropping. But again, I believe the Kilowatt case came out in February, so it's been 5 going on 6 months since we've gotten a new case, any new cosmetic content added to the game. So it is very, very possible we could be getting that new stuff. Again, if we do get a new case, Twin Blade comes out, whatever, I would be looking at probably the Fracture case to be removed from the active duty pool, but Fracture, Recoil, some options there. So if you want to load up on cases, skins, whatever from those collections, those could be some interesting opportunities. We also know that Gabe Follower here, he said a new string popped up in the proto buff of the latest CS2 update related to missions and quests and operations. Server quest update data. We got player quest data, some optional unit flags 5. I don't know. He says Aqua pointed this out, but he also wanted to post it. I didn't ask him because I'm an asshole, so go check his profile then. He's bald and a cat. Sometimes he's also a femboy, which is funny. So he's saying, so you're saying there's a chance, again, who knows? We could be getting some new operation stuff soon. It seems like the CS team is still working on some stuff behind the scenes, still putting some stuff into the game files. I don't know. Again, am I expecting a large update or an operation size update to come out this month? No, not necessarily, but within the next couple months, hopefully within 2024, it seems possible. But just kind of some of the stuff that could be going on. Again, we did recently this week see a very, very big update for TF2. Osni pointed this out. Team Fortress 2 got a pretty big update with a special summer event. Surely CS2 will get something as well, right? PC Game says Team Fortress 2 is finally back as Valve drops huge new update. I don't know anything about TF2, but apparently they got brand new maps, cosmetics, updated its map rotation, and fixed some bugs. So could CS2 be getting some love like that? I'm not sure. Again, it would be as good of a time as ever for CS2 to drop some big new content because obviously CS2 is our cash cow, even relative to something like TF2, where, hey, Valve now in the CS2 game has seen 2 straight months of the player base dropping. It seems like obviously people are getting this isn't a bad sign. Again, if you look back to January, we were at 760,000 players. Now we're at 888. If you look back to January, we're at 1.27 million peak players. We're at 1.4 now. The game is still growing throughout 2024 without a doubt, but the players do seem like they're losing a little bit of interest, of getting a little bit bored. There are some players leaving the game currently. They're going to return eventually, most likely, but it does seem like a time where Valve could kind of reinvigorate the community, because right now, content-wise and in-game-wise, and obviously even in the esports world, things are a little bit lacking. They could use a jump. We don't have a major coming until December, and we haven't gotten any new content in quite some time, so a nice little new operation, case, maps, whatever, could be something nice to head to CS2. Obviously, we're still looking for things like playability fixes and cheating updates and stuff like that as well. We'll have to wait and see. But again, looks like some new content could be headed to CS2 very, very soon, and a lot of people are speculating it could be the twin blade knife, and obviously maybe some other skins or content like that coming to the game very, very soon. Hopefully this week, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Pretty much for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.